online learning. Actually, I'm torn between doing asynchronous and synchronous because the poll is missing another 50 odd student, 60 odd student, and the the number is very close. I mean, it's almost like 50-50. But I was thinking to do both this week, but it's also quite difficult because of the rules that is set by university. Okay, this is the rule of recording. For every 10 to 15 minutes recording, it will be equivalent to face 1 hour. Okay, that's what make it difficult because um, when we do WebEx, there is a lot of filters. We call it what is filter? Like this. When I'm talking, when I need to think, I will have to pause for a bit, think about what I want to say, and then speak back. But and then there's also and that kind of thing is fillers. Sorry. So in video recording, we try to minimize that. Yeah. So for those who are for those who are new to recording, you will realize that for that particular 5 minutes of recording, sometimes there are too much. You have to pause and then you have to replay it. So that's why the rules for video recording by the rules for video recording for university is like that. 10 minutes is equivalent to 1 hour lecture. However, some leeway is given if the discussion on the video is on not the content, but also for something that is related to your assignment. Someone want to talk? Okay, that is what happening for last week because even though there are 3 videos, the 3 videos is inclusive of explanation about assignment. Yeah. Okay, now when the video is a lot, you have to tell me whether you can follow or not because there's a reason behind the question. When I look at the question, when I look at the quizzes, we can sort of estimate whether the student really try or they are just doing it because they need to submit the attendance. Okay, and to be honest, chapter 2 is the easiest chapter in the whole semester. So you really have to grasp the whole concept fast when you start doing programming because what you have right now is learning about syntax. So that's why all the program that we give last week and also some part of it this week is just a program. We're just going to feed you with the, okay, this is how you write this is how you write this is how you write this. But after that is where the challenge comes in. When the real problem solving happen, I need you to be to persevere. Because for those who never do programming, next week will be probably this week also. When you start receiving question on when you start receive sorry, so many things. When you start solving problem programming problem, you will have to do you will have to force your thinking more than you normally do. So this is where the tricks come in. This is where the perseverance come in. You have to just continue doing until you can solve the problem. Okay, if you try, okay, who have not yet tried the quiz, the programming quiz. Okay, let's change the question. Who have tried the programming quiz? There's only a few of you completed. Okay, that's great. Not the Sudoku, the programming. In week 3, there is a self-programming exercise. I put that at the beginning on Saturday, but it is right below at the bottom part of the at the bottom part of the week 3. Okay. Yeah. There's 10 question. Okay. So that all the questions can be solved using what you have learned last week. Okay. So more questions like this will come for you to practice. So this is the problem with non-face-to-face learning. I cannot be with you in the lab. Your TA cannot be with you in the lab. So basically, you have to make sure you follow the whole process of online learning. You have to watch the video. Even though you feel like confused, you just have to rewatch it. That's why the video is cut into 15 minutes. The purpose is for you to watch it, and then in case you have to go back, just go back, because that is what the video is for. And then um, after you watch the video, you have to do the quiz, but that quiz is for attendance. That's why I add another quiz, the programming quiz and all, because the programming quiz is the one that can help to sharpen your programming skill. Okay? So if you are stuck, you have to tell me. Okay? I can't emphasize this enough. So how do you reach me? Of course, you can reach me via Telegram, but during the day, most probably I will check email more than by Telegram. So when you email me, don't simply email me and say, Doctor, I don't understand. This is the very, I know you email me because you don't understand, but you have to tell me which part is it that you don't understand. And if there is a need, I will turn on my WebEx, you will turn on your WebEx, and then we can do the program together. But that is only if there is request. Okay? If there is no request, I really assume everyone is okay. Half of the class already do programming, almost half, except that those who have done programming are having different background. You did Java, you did Python, you did C++. Some of you are learning by your own even. That's great. Okay? I need you to understand the importance of um, discipline, I think is the word, for online learning. So for this week, we do asynchronous. There are 3 videos. Try to persevere, meaning there are 3 videos. Basically, it means 3 hours. But not everything is about theory. Some part of it is hands-on. Huh? So for the 4th week, we do WebEx. Let's see how it goes, because that's the only time I can check whether you understand or not what have been covered. And the 2nd week and the 3rd week of the lab is crucial because that is the basic of the programming, the basic syntax. You need to do it by your own. So even though we are doing real time face to face, you still need to write the program by your own. Yeah. So just uh, try um, to be involved, even though you are not sitting next to your friend and we are not there next to you. Try to catch up with the syllabus. Yeah? Watching the video is important, even though you feel like you don't want to watch it. Okay, that is the feeling of your brain rejecting something difficult. That is normal, everyone facing it, but just persevere and continue. Yeah. Right. That's it actually. The one that my concern is because some of you are not actually doing the quiz properly. I was thinking to do a full WebEx. You still cannot access. Hold on. Um, oh yeah, they are still flushing. Okay. I will update you because the Elon, yeah, just now he said it's fixed, but then something else happened. Okay. About your code runner. When I give you a question about programming, this is it is done on a different machine. Every time you click check, it is sent to another machine, not under computer center. And then when you press submit, it is sent via, it will be involving alert. So yesterday, what happened was you clash with another student. Basically, we are 175 people. And although not all of you are doing it at the same time, it's clash with 40 people approximately that they have to submit at the same time. That is the reason of the sandbox error. And after that, if you receive gateway problem, that is our e-learn problem. But sometimes you still can access the e-learning, but you cannot submit. That's because of some setting. You have to. So every time you are facing this problem, please tell me what kind of error that is appearing in front of you. Okay. So yeah, the server is down for more than 45 minutes. For those who are having 9 o'clock class, they are even they, they are having a lot of problem. So you will have problem accessing the video, right? Now let me see if I can get it from here. Right. Where is it? Okay.
Doctor, if you uploaded it to YouTube, right?
Sorry?
You uploaded your videos on YouTube and in an unlisted
Yes,
mean,
I know.
means that you can't access without the link. You can go to your channel and copy the link and send it to Telegram or this chat here. Maybe.
Yes, I'm doing it now. Did you receive all the three?
All the three. Well,
Yeah.
it's opening the chat right now.
Okay. So
Yes, yes, I
yeah.
saw.
Okay, can you copy from there or can you click from there?
Okay,
All right. So just copy it first, and then I put it in sequence: the first video, second video, third video.
okay.
Um, yeah, I purposely make it unlisted.
Yes, yes, of course it must
Yeah.
be because not everyone will go and see our syllabus and our
Yes.
courses. Yeah.
Okay. So that's it for the briefing. If you have further question, you can stay and ask me. For those who want to leave and watch the video, by all means, please do. I will inform everyone when the e-learn is up on Telegram. Thank you.
Doctor,
Yes?
if I don't know programming,
Don't
I'm
know
confident
programming.
don't
Okay.
don't know programming. What do you suggest me to take? What do you suggest? Do you suggest certain courses that I have to do that I must take so I can catch up with you all, or I will just search for myself and try to catch up?
Um, the most important part in programming is to know the syntax first. That is what is provided to you. And if you have since you have the book already,
To know
you
what
can
again, Masuri?
everyone has the book, right? Did you manage to get the book?
Yes, it's in on Telegram, right?
Yes, yes. Assalamualaikum and good day, everyone. We are now in the third week of your semester. Last week, during your lab session, you have been introduced to the syntax that is the fundamental in C++. Before we continue from there, I would like to refresh a bit on the theoretical aspect that we can't cover during lab session. This is a basic C++ program. Your TA already explained it fully for the first sample of program that you have to write during the lab. By now you should already familiar with these characters, where they are being used, okay, the parenthesis, the curly bracket, and the most important part is the semicolon. You've also been exposed to cout and the usage of n-line and the difference difference between n-line and backslash. And let's get to know about identifier. Identifier is a programmer defined name. In other words, you as the programmer are assigning the identifier. So what is identifier that you have used before? You already familiarize yourself with variables. In the future, you will start writing your own functions. But is there any rules about giving a name to identifiers? For your case, for a variable. So, identifier cannot use the C++ keywords. In other words, the keyword that only dedicated or allocated for the compiler of C++. We call them as the reserved words. There is only a small portion or a small number of words that cannot be used, but sometimes they are words that we can use quite frequently, like the word try, true, auto, and, or. Okay, these are reserved words, but we don't, because we are not familiar yet about in the C++ programming. How are you going to know whether the word is a reserved word or not? If your dev C++ is set correctly, or your IDE is set correctly, you will see a difference in their font. This is dev C++. I'm not doing anything with the program. I'm just providing the directive, the standard, and the main body. So from here, you can see the word int, integer, is bold, but me is not. Try is bold. Directive, the standard, and the main body. So from here, you can see the word int, integer, is bold, but me is not. Try is bold, but 1 is not. What else you would like to try? So, case. So it's automatically bold. If is bold. So whatever words that is reserved word, the IDE will warn you before you start using it as a variable or as another kind of identifier. Other than the reserved word, you can basically name anything that you want. However, there are some rules that you need to follow. So, the first rule, your variable must be an alphabetic characters, or it has to start with an underscore. So it only can start with A until Z, whether it's capitalized or not, and or it start with underscore. What is the second rule? After the first character, you may use alphabetic characters, numbers, or underscore characters. Okay. And number 3, upper and lowercase characters are distinct. So if you spell it with all caps and then you declare another verifier with the same name, sorry, if you declare another variable with the same name but with all small caps, they are two different variables. So all small caps, whether the following are the correct C, if it's true, according to two different variables. We have more example here. Does it mean we can just name anything according to what we want? Well, it definitely is if you are the only person who's going to read the program. However, make it a practice to write a variable or identifier that is meaningful. Why? Because most of the time we are not working alone. So another programmer will have to read to your code. So just make sure it is something that is easy to process by another person. A little bit on integer data type. Most of the time, up until next week probably, we will use integer or even short integer. But when you start manipulating longer numbers, you will have to find the most suitable data type that can facilitate the need of the spaces. So if you are handling only a 2-digit or 3-digit numbers, you don't have to use long integer, for example. You just have to use integer or short integer. You can see the typical size for the respective data type. So this short integer can only handle number from negative 32,000 up until positive 32,000. Let's test for short integer. We created a variable called x with the almost a maximum value 32767 and compile. We will have not the value. What if we put 68 at the end? 32768, the number becoming negative. Why? Because we are asking compile respective data type. So this short integer can only handle number from negative 32,000 up until positive 32,000. Let's test for short integer. We created a variable called x with the almost a maximum value 32767 and compile. We will have not the value. What if we put 68 at the end? 32768, the number becoming negative. Why? Because we are asking for a space that is exceeding the space that is provided for short integer. So free to play around with this data type. They provided the range so that it's easy for you to follow. Then, after this video, I would like you to answer one question about integer data type. What would be the best integer data type to represent a Malaysian IC number? Answer that later in the quiz. Big jump here, going straight to variable assignments and initialization. During the lab practice, you've been exposed to how to declare a variable assignment. So you will have something that looks like this. This particular line means that number 12 is assigned to variable item. Assigning a variable has a very strict syntax for C++. You cannot write it in reverse, 12 equal to item, like this. They will produce error. Why? This is because this operator will assign the one on the right to the left. That's why in order for you to read this symbol, you have to say assign whatever to the right into the left. Okay, so that's why this one is wrong, because this is a variable name. But if we use this, then we can say assign whatever on the right to the left. So 12 can be assigned to item. So that is about assignment, giving the value into the variable. What does initialization mean? Initialization means to initiate to item. So that initialization means. Initialization means to initiate, assign a value when it is defined. So for dev C++, they are not very sensitive in terms of when you initialize a variable, they didn't force you to assign a value. But for those who are familiar with Visual Studio C++, you cannot declare a variable of type integer without assigning a value. The best case is always to assign 0 to that particular value. However, in terms of programming practice, if the program already should have a value, then just initialize it together with the variable. But if it's not, assign it to 0 so that at least you can have a control to how the value added later. Remember this program in one of the sample programs we provided for the lab session. So this assigned it to 0 so that at least you can have a control to how the value added later. Remember this program in one of the sample programs we provided for the lab session. So this is showing that C++ is a procedural language, meaning it has to go from top to bottom. In this case, the program asks to see out the value before the value is even created. So the cout, the instruction to print out, is on line 7, but the declaration is happening in line 9. So this is the problem of scope. Every time we want to use something, we have to remember to declare it first, to assign the value first. Else, it cannot be used. Arithmetic operators, in case you are not familiar with the symbol that is supposed to be used. Oh, before that, arithmetic created. So the cout, the instruction to print out is on line 7, but the declaration is happening in line 9. So this is the problem of scope. Every time we want to use something, we have to remember to declare it first, to assign the value first. Else, it cannot be used. Arithmetic operators, else it cannot be the problem of. So the cout, the instruction to print we want to out is on line 7. Declare it first, to assign the value first. Else, it cannot be used. Arithmetic operators, in case you are not familiar with the symbol that is supposed to be used. Oh, before that, arithmetic operators in C++ there are three kinds. There's one operand, two operands, or three operands. So we call it unary, binary, and ternary. So if it's one operand, it's only expecting one value next to it. Okay, for this one is -5. The number is negative. For two operands, they expect two operands on the left and the right of the operator for the minus operator. So we have 13 on the left and 7 on the right. For ternary, we are not going to use it. We are not going to use it in arithmetic operators, but we will find it later during the selection chapters. Okay. Now, these are the symbols used. We have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus. These are all treated as a binary arithmetic. So this is the normal arithmetic that you find, like always. So plus, minus. Multiplication is this symbol, asterisk. Division is the slash symbol. Okay, we call this forward slash. Yeah? And this modulus, percentage symbol, is modulus, where the answer will give the remainder of the division that is uh, uh, calculated. For this one is 7 modulus 3 is 7 divided by 3. What is the remainder? So it will be 1. But this part highlight the importance of the variable that you declared, or the operand that is being used. For the first two, even though the division got a remainder, they display a round number. Why? Because the two of them are of type integer. But for this second portion, 13 divided by 5, they display 2.6. Why? Because there is a floating number here. This number is float with a decimal point. That's why the answer is more precise. Is it the same for other operators? So for modulus, even if one number on the left or the right side is not matched with modulus size, is it the same for other operators? So for modulus, Even if one number on the left or the right side is not matched with the other, there will be an error. Left or the right side is so for modulus, even if one number on the left or the right side is not matched with the other, there will be an error. One number for the answer operators.
くなっちゃったんだよ。この後ちょっと色塗る。
Hello, Slang ma'am. Dr. Winton, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, yes, I can hear you.
Ma'am, I shared a sheet, Google Sheet link, and we all can, write our name and matrix in there so that it will be easier for you to notice who attended the class and who was absent in the class.
Yeah, I know, but the list is not linked with the e-learn system, so that in the e-learn system I can just capture directly who's come, who submit or who not submit. So no worries. I think the e-learn will be up soon. Okay. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. I think we shall start the class now. It's 11:12 already. Okay. I hope that everyone in the class now, none of you left behind. Let me check my email if there are still students, didn't get the link. Yeah, I have one student still missing. Let me check this one. Okay. Wafiq, you still couldn't access eLearn, because the eLearn is now working already. What's the activity will be up soon? What time the tutorial class? Okay, try refresh the page. Yes, please. Okay, I will record the class. Wait a minute, let me set up the things. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming, attending the class. Please bear with me in these 2 hours of time. So since the e-learn was down just now, so the class activity attendance, I actually have activated the link. Okay, so the extra time here shouldn't be extra time because the class because the e-learn is now okay, but I put it up until 1:15 p.m. Today. It's very easy class activity. It is not not about the maths. Okay, it's just okay lah, later we'll see what's the activity. Okay. Now, some changes that I would like to announce for our teaching and learning TNL. Okay, some changes. What are those? Okay. You know that we do have 3 hours WebEx learning, where 2 hours on Monday and 1 hour on Tuesday. So since your tutorial, we don't get any teaching assistance, and to have tutorial in the selected time is not that good lah for some of you, because not all of you can attend. So I would start with Monday, about 1 hour or so. Start with tutorial discussion, since we know that everyone will be available. Okay, and then if we do have time, we will continue with class in the remaining time. Okay, we'll be learning new topic lah. If not, we'll just stop with the tutorial discussion. Then on Tuesday, we will continue with 1 hour class, and then I will continue with a recorded video on the remaining topics, which not covered yet lah in that in the week. Okay. Are you okay with this arrangement? So I really hope that you are okay with this. All right. Now, everyone, I hope that everyone can take out your tutorial sheet that you have been done lah. Okay. I don't know, sometimes the slide stuck when okay, Tutorial 1 covered section 2.1 to 2.3. Okay, before we start, I still I still get message from a few students that still confused with the real number system. Let us start with this first. Okay. Any numbers in the world is called real numbers. Okay. In real numbers, there are irrational numbers. Okay. And under real numbers, there are rational numbers where it is rational when you have a stop on the what we call it decimal. Okay, it is also include the rational numbers also include the fractions as well as decimals lah. Okay, rational numbers. Under rational numbers, we have the integers. Integers is where you have from negative until positive. Okay, irrational. This is what we call set. Sometimes we do have positive integer or negative integer where you do have the rules, that is stated in the questions. If not, we just use integers, which is include everything like the negative and also positive. What is integers? Integers is the solid number without fraction or decimals. Now, under integers, we have whole number. Whole number, which is includes 0 and then all the positive, which is positive integers including 0. And natural numbers is positive integer actually. Alright? Okay, that's all for the real number system.
Positive integers include the 0?
Sorry?
Positive integers contain 0?
The integer?
The positive integer.
The positive integer? No. Positive.
No, they are.
Positive integer not including 0. What I said here is whole number is positive integer including 0 for whole number.
Without the 0, okay.
With the 0 for whole number.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Okay. Alright. Table 1, set identities. The one that you have in your slide, I don't know which slide, 2.1 if I'm not mistaken, but that one is not, tabulated in a table. But they are the same. Okay, they are the same, which is list down the set identities. Okay, how you can remember this? Usually in the test or exam, we don't provide this table. Okay, we don't provide the table, but usually we only use few of it lah. So usually lah, we have De Morgan's law, associative law, cumulative laws, complementation, the things that I think it is easier for you to remember. But if let's say the question for proof, as long as you know the rules here, okay, as long as you know the proof or you know the identity without naming it, that's okay already. That's okay. Alright? In order to prove on something. What I would say in here is that how would you remember on these things? I don't know this one will help you or not, but I would share with you something that you may use for you to understand the identity. For example, you can always use Venn diagram. Okay, you can always use Venn diagram where A intersect with U, where first we have the universal set and then you have the set A. So Siti Novara, hello. Novara, please mute your microphone. Okay. Set A is in the set universal. Okay, whenever set A intersect with you, it's always will be equal to A. Easy for this one. Okay, what about the number 2? When you have U again, universal set, and then you have set A, remember the subset of set A. Okay, the subset A will be the subset of A, and empty set also will be the subset of A. So when empty set is the subset for A, of course, when it is union with empty set, it will be always equal to set A. And when you know this law, you may know these two laws as well, domination and idempotent laws. Okay. Next, we move to complementation law. For complementation law, where you have yes, the class is recorded. I checked already. Okay. When you have universal set, then you have set A. Okay. See, the first complement is the outside of the A. Okay. Outside of the A, we call it A complement. And the second complement would be the A itself. So meaning that this one is equal to A. Again, will be equal to A. Okay? Next, commutative laws. For universal set, then you have example A and B. A that union with B always will be equal to B union with A. Whenever A is only intersect with B, here will always be equal to B intersect with A. That's commutative. Easy for that one. Associative. For associative, you have universal set, and then you have set A, set B, and set C. A, B, C. We always do the inside bracket first, right? Remember, the linear equation, always do the inside bracket first. So B union with C, and B union with C is something like this, and then it's union with A, so it always will be equal to, when you have the union from A and B, then with C, always be equal of that. Then what about the other one? Okay, you have here A, B, and C. Always label it. Okay. You solve inside bracket first. B and C. Where is B and C? B intersect with C is here. And then A intersect with this one. Which one is A part? Only this. Okay. And then on the right hand side, where you will have, then settle this one first. It might take some time for me to, draw. But that's okay. A and B. A and B, including this. And then intersect with C. So this part. See? See? Similar. So from here, I hope that you will increase your understanding on the set identities. Distributive law, I think if you already, whole associative law, you already know associative law, it might be easy for you to understand the distributive laws as well. Now we jump to De Morgan's law. De Morgan's law, where you have universal set. The first one, A and B, A, B. What does that mean? Okay. A intersect with B. A intersect with B. This one. And the complement of it. The complement of it, which means, yeah. Okay. The complement of A intersect with B. Okay. And this one. The right hand side. Again. A, B. A complements. A complements means how to, yeah. And B complements is including the A. They are union with it. So you see the double slash. So the double slash is equal to the first one. See, and it's dot dot dot. The dot dot go to the right hand side with the double slash. Okay, except this part. Except this part. Except this part. Alright, so it is. This one was also similar. Now we are looking for the second things. A and B. A, B, where you have A union with B. A union with B. The complement of it. So the complement of it. The complement means the dot area. Are they similar or equal to the right hand side? Let's see. Okay. A, B, this is U. Complement of A. Complement of A, which is actually including the B, and also complement of B. We have dot dot dot. Complement of B including A, and it is intersect. Okay, intersect means without having this one. So only this part, the outside of A and B. See, it is equal. Okay, if you need to prove the set identities, I would suggest you to use Venn diagram. Similar, I think this one is also easy for you to understand already lah, because the rest of it you already understand. Okay, now we move to question number 15 in the tutorial. Alright, question 15 to 18. Use Venn diagram to determine which relationship what is this? Subset. This one equal. And this? What is this? Superset. Superset. Okay, it's true for the pair of sets. This one. This and this. Question 15. Proof with Venn diagram. Question 15. You have A and B. It's union for the left hand side. And then you have A, B. Always settle in the bracket first. B minus A means B minus A means that this area only. Okay. And then it's first B minus A, but it is union with A again. Union with A. So it should be equal. So 15 equal, yes. 16. 16. You have set A, B, C. Remember, this one is just proof or show example so that when we have 3 sets, it's easier to show the relation by having like this, A, B, C. So settle the inside first, B intersect with C, means that this one, B intersect with C, and then union with A. So here, union with A. Am I right? Okay, that the first one. The second one, please let me know if I do wrong, okay? Because I sometimes, can't remember, because this is live, It's sometimes I also shaking when, drafting or calculating the things. Okay, the right hand side, A union with B. A with B. And then intersect with C. Intersect with C. So the left hand side is part of the right hand side. So it should be subset. Right. Subset of the right hand side. This one subset ini equal. Okay. Next, number 17. Because the question asks you to use Venn diagram, so you need to show the Venn diagram in your answer. Okay. A, B, C. You know what? I tried to, do the recording for showing the step by step of this, but then the WebEx, it's only when the WebEx notice that only one participant in the WebEx recording, so it just allow me to record for 30 minutes. So it would just automatically stops the recording. So it is not good lah for me to do more records, for showing the step by step of things, because I know this might take longer time. So that's why it's easier for me to show the solutions during Monday class with the participants in there, existing participants.
Ma'am, excuse me for interrupting, but the answer for 16 is superset.
Answer for 16 is superset. Oh,
Yes.
macam ni. Okay, like this. Alright. If if the left hand side subset for this, if you write A, U, B, and C is superset to left hand side. Similar. Let's see. Macam tu. Like that. Okay? This one is superset to the left hand side. Okay. All right. It's just a matter of the position of you, how you write it. Okay, 17. A, B, C. A minus B. A minus B means this part. And then union with A minus C. Union with A minus C means only this part. This part. And then the right hand side, where you will get A, B, C. B and C, B intersect with C, where you have is, and then A minus the B intersect with C, means that only this area. Oops. Only this area. Okay. So means that the left hand side is subset of the right hand side. Right. Okay. Is it the answer for 17? Correct or not? No. What's the answer? Equal. Or am I do it wrongly? Let's move to 17. Okay, B and C.
Ma'am, A minus C, the left-hand side part is, I think, there might be some issue.
This one, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, first we settle A minus B. Okay, then we have this one, right? Right, A minus B. And then union with, union with A minus C, is it?
Yes, ma'am. The C shade, the other part of the A was
Yes.
not shaded.
This one, right? Cannot.
No, ma'am. The top one. The top
Now I
one.
confused already. Okay. We do it again. Sorry about that. Now got confused already. Sorry. Because I don't
It's okay, ma'am.
I don't have the answer with me now, so I don't know the answer actually. Okay. Number 17. Okay, we do it again, step by step. I know some of you may, listen to this very, very carefully. So I will just do this really slow. A.
Just a question, ma'am. How are you drawing in this? Like, is it in the Adobe Acrobat Reader?
I don't know how to say it, but usually we do it this way. C. Okay, the left hand side. A minus B. A minus B. So this is the B part. So it means that we have this one, right? A minus B. Am I right? And then A minus C. A minus C. Union with A minus so this is C, including this, right? Okay, including this one because this is A and then is minus C and it should be union with it. Okay, now the right hand side, B intersect with C. Intersect with C, so A minus B intersect with C, so means that this area only. So the double slash. Correct. So this is equal. See how it show. See how the drawing will, affect the answer. Now it is equal. Okay. 18. 18. The
Doctor,
last.
before we go to 18,
Hmm?
does our syllabus emphasizes the difference between the superset as I mean the subset and the proper subset? Or
I get what's your question again?
if say the set of 1 2 is a subset of 1 2 3 of set 1 2 3, is it correct or not?
Yes.
If I say it's a proper set, it's a proper subset, is it wrong or not?
Okay, let's see. You have 1, 2, set A, and then you have set B, 1, 2, 3. Okay. A is proper set of set B because there are element in the B that is not in the A.
A.
Is when, if and only if you are given the list of the element. Okay, the list of the element. I don't know whether you still remember the equalities, the less than or equal to, less than or greater than, equal to, greater than. Okay, we have this equal or equal to, right? So the subset is almost similar like that. So if let's say if A, we write A, subset. I cannot write it down here.
There's no space.
No space, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No problem.
Okay. If let's say have this subset B, means that it is proper set or subset for B. You know what I mean?
So both is correct.
Yes, both is correct. Usually we use subset. It's easy and also it is same meaning. If let's say you know the elements, then it is okay to use proper subset. Can. All right.
Thanks.
Okay, go back to question 18. 18, I think you can do it yourself. Can we move to next? Similar things, okay? All right, power set. Question 20 until 23. Question 19. Oh, question 19, sorry. 19 to 23. Okay, but we will only focus on 20 and 23, 22, 23 because this one is too long for me to answer. You can do it yourself. Question 20. Determine whether the given set is the power set of some set in the list. If the set is power set, give the set which is a power set. Okay, before we start, I will introduce you with this. Let's say you have set A. Okay, what is the subset of set A? It should be the set itself and also empty set. This is number one rule that you need to know. Okay, what about A and empty set? So first thing first, list like this. Okay, set A and empty set. And then you will have each of the element. Set, oops, A and also the set. Let me check again with this one. I have the notes. I also can't remember of this. I'm afraid if I telling you not the right thing. Let me check again on my notes. Okay. Let me do another way around. Okay, let's say you have the set with two elements. Then you rewrite again the element in there to be the subset. Set of A and then of the set with empty set and then something like this one. The empty set itself and also rewrite again the set. Okay, rewrite again the set. So this would be the power set of this list. Okay. Yes, that's the rules of how to get the subset of the set. Okay, let's see question 20. Okay. Again, I don't have the answer with me. Let me try. So the first element is empty set. Okay. The first element is empty set. And the second one is this one. Let me check the answer first. And it should have itself
玩它整个游
and also the empty set. Alright. So what is the missing? What's the answer? May someone tell me the answer? Because otherwise I need to check on my screen.
I think the set of this is the set A.
Missing, right?
Yeah, that is this is our set of A بس. Set A.
Okay, let me check the answer on my screen. I have. What question is this? 20. Question 20.
游戏的过程中，故事都会我们可以，而且就是男普通的凡人，而且还留下来的记。那这也就是芬尼克斯他在旅程中得到的第一个神造装备。游戏中还有很多像这样的神造装备，那这些装备会在他的旅程中帮助他击败提丰。
Can I have five minutes break because I miss? I'm now missing my notes. So can I have 5 minutes break?
但是呢，想要取得这些神造装备，当然也不是这么轻松的事。虽然刚才看起来很轻松，
I will pause the
第
recording.
二个装备我们就要去进行一些挑战，才能够顺利获得了。
No one.
完结，休斯。
No way. Power surged through Phoenix. It was too much for him to bear. What's happening to me? Bye-bye, mortal.
Okay, we start again. Alright. Question 20. Now that we have this set, the element is empty set and also the set that contain A in there. So what is the subset of it? Okay. Now you can write it again like